So we are reviewing for the test. This is my 6th-hour class. The video in the other hour failed, so I'm recording in here. And the first question we have is kind of strange. Hopefully you knew that law of sines would work because we have an angle on the side across from it. So sine 40 over 7. That's a good start to this deal. And then you could either do the green one or you could do the red one. And I suggested that you want to do the red one because you have the side across from that. So the red one is sine of, I don't know, I'm going to call it theta, the red one, over 10. And then you do sine 40 and you times it by 10 and you divide it by 7. You know, you're doing basically that times that. And then you're multiplying both sides by 10. There's another way to think of it. And the 10s will cancel. Okay, so 10 times sine 40 divided by 7. So let me type that in. 10 times sine 40. And then divide that by 7. And I get 0.918 equals sine theta. And then how do you fix those? Inverse sine. Good. So I go inverse sine of 0.918. And I get 66.6. Theta equals 66.6 degrees. Raise your hand if you had that right, which is right, but it's in the wrong spot. What the heck are you talking about, Mr. Server? We just found out the red angle. How could that be wrong? Because this triangle wouldn't be drawn this way. This is a 40-degree angle right there, but it would be swung that way. And that's the 66.6 degree angle. So then this is also 66.6. So then this red one is actually, I'll let you just take it from there. You needed to find all the other angles in this diagram. So now I have a blue angle, a red angle, a green angle, and then I'm going to have this black angle up here. Find those 4 angles. This one's 40, this one's 66.6, and you have to know that this can happen, where you get an answer that's too small for the picture, and then you have to redraw it with the alternate case. That's 7, that's 7. It could have gone this way or it could have gone that way. All right, I'm going to pause while you find the red, the blue, the green, and the black angle. Okay, so if this one's 66, how many of you caught on pretty quickly that the blue one has to be 66.6 also? Raise your hand if you had that one right. Awesome. Then I'm going to take 180 minus that. And I get 113.4 for the red angle. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I could be, but I don't think I am. And the last one would be this one plus this one would equal the green one. I'm sorry, those together with the green one would make a total of 180. So I'm going to take 180 minus the 113.4 minus the 40. And I get 26.6 for the green one. Raise your hand if you had that one right. Okay, awesome. And then how in the heck are we going to figure out the black one? Well, this black one here, exactly, the triangle's out to 180, so you take 180 minus 66 minus 66, and again, that's technically 66.6. So I'm going to go 180 minus 2 times 66.6, and you get 46.8 degrees. Yes? Is that what you guys got? All right. All right. Okay. Enough, please. You're distracting now. All right. So your next job is a bearing question. I warned you, bearings weren't going to go away. All right. So here's another bearing problem. It's got an extra little twist in it because otherwise we never just do 2 of the same questions on the tests back to back. There's a little twist. All right. See if you could handle this one. Guy goes out fishing from here. That's his home port. Where he started. I'm just going to call it home. And he goes 70 degrees true. And how far does he go? Well, I don't exactly know. I know he went for 2 hours at 33 miles per hour. I don't say it, please. Let people figure it out for themselves. I, of course, did just tell you how far he went, but in a different way. All right, next, he stops and fishes there for a while. I'm going to make that the green spot. Okay. So he goes fishing at the green spot, and turns out fishing's pretty bad there. He catches only one tiny little fish, so he's like, okay, I'm moving to the other spot that I know is good. So then he goes at, let me think now, south 45 degrees east. There's another name for that, but I'm going to let you figure it out from what I wrote. And he does that for half of an hour at his top speed of 33 miles per hour. And then he stops there for a while and goes fishing. And it's a good spot, and he catches a whole bunch of fish. And now he's planning on getting home, wants to get home before dark. So he needs to figure out, well, how far am I from home? So that he can figure out how much time he should allocate at his top speed. So I want you to figure out two things at the end. Where is he? Is he like over here? Is he over here? Where is he? How far is that from home? And how many hours at his top speed of 33 miles an hour? How many hours will it take to get back home? So how far is he from home? Once you get that, it's not too hard at all to figure out how many hours he better allocate for his drive home. You know what I mean? If sunset's like not midnight ever, let's say sunset is at like 8 p.m., he might want to get going by 6 so he gets home on time or whatever. All right. So distance home. Time to get there. Assuming he goes at his top speed of 33 miles an hour. Okay, I'm going to pause while you hash this one out. All right. At this point, I want to make sure at least your picture is right. On this one, you should have been heading at a 70 here and therefore a 20 here. And then immediately transfer it, and this is a 20 and this is a 70. Those angles are really important. Then, did you figure out that this other one could have been called southeast? That would have been another name for that. Southeast. It's exactly between south and east, so that could have been called southeast. Anyway, 45 and 45, and that makes a total of 115 degrees. Is that important? Oh, yes, because that's the main one. How long is this? Well, it's just 2 hours at 33 miles an hour, so it's 66 hours. No, 66 miles, sorry. I was trying to use realistic numbers. I've been deep sea fishing before, and I've gone for a couple hours before you start fishing. And 33 miles an hour is very doable. Even my boat goes 33 miles an hour. Then, this 45, that was half of an hour, so that one's weirder number, half of 33. So that's 15, 60, was it 17.5? Dang it. Tried to do it in my head quick. 16.5. Okay. Final answer. I hope you know how to use the law of, do I have an angle and the side across from it? No, I just have an angle and sides on each side of it. Law of cosines. Law of cosines. And that's a squared plus b squared minus 2ab cosine of big C equals c squared. And I know a, it's 66. Could have been 16 and been just fine. 66 plus squared plus 16.5 squared minus 2 times 66 times 16.5. And then cosine of 115. And don't forget at the end, your answer will be unnaturally big. Because what do you have to do at the end? You have to square root it. And what did you get, sir? Can anybody verify 84.6? Nobody's agreeing with you. Okay? It's okay. It could easily happen that you type in something wrong. What did you guys have? Can anybody verify 74.49? All right. All right. So then the follow-up question, how much time should he save for his trip? Well, you just have to take distance is equal to rate times time. One of those little good things to know for the ACT test. So the distance is 74.49. Is equal to the rate, which would be 33 times, I don't know the time. So 74.49 divided by 33. 74.49 divided by 33 is 2.56. So about 2.5 hours back to port. Any questions on that? About 2.56 hours. Oh, I read my answer wrong. I'm glad you said that. 2.26. Sorry. 2.26. That's hours. If you had to, you could take 0.26 of an hour by taking 0.26 times 60, and it could tell you how many hours and how many minutes. But basically, about 2.5 hours, but not quite. All right. Hold on. Now I have to get you into the test, the little quiz for today. So I'm going to hand those out. This is going to be turned in tomorrow. You'll need your iPad, not iPad, sorry, your calculators. You'll want your partners, so keep slid together with your partner and work on this together till the end of the hour. I don't know why people are sliding. Don't disappear from your partner. You'll want a partner. Okay, for those that are listening to this video as a way to help review for the test, here you can borrow that one. If you want to borrow this one, leave a shoe or a calculator, or sorry, cell phone. So, if you're trying to get hints for how to study for tonight, there is a review. You really, really ought to look at it at least. The review is in the folder called Review. This is good practice for in class, but I would not say it's enough unless you've gotten an A on every test we've ever done. Some of the people out here, that's actually true for. The test is tomorrow. That's the point. That's why I'm telling you all these ways to study for it. One more thing I'll tell you is if there is a late start, then the plan will be that we are going to take half of the test in class and the other half the next day. So that way it'll keep you kind of fresh on it, because honestly, if we just say, hey, day off if you have a late start day, you'll just end up needing to restudy. I know it's not likely you're going to have a late start, but there's a chance. There's a chance. So that's the backup plan. All right, so again, for those that are following along at home, if you wanted to, you should go take a look in here at these two reviews. They would be very helpful to help study for this Chapter 11 test. All right, that's all I got for you for today.